Alright, today I have an ankle weight workout for you. Leg day focused, of course. And whether you have ankle weights or not, doesn't matter. You'll still get something out of this. The preview of the first move is on the screen here, and now it is a curtsy lunge pulse with a side leg raise. Let's get right into it. Left leg forward, right leg steps back, curtsy pulse, side leg raise. Weight into your left heel. Use your outer right glute to draw your right leg up. Don't just swing it up into the air. Draw your navel to your spine. Lean slightly forward when you go into the curtsy lunge so that you activate your glutes even more. Got a total of 10. Go at your own pace. You do not need to match my pacing. Curtsy lunge, pulse down, side leg raise, and repeat. Here's your last one. Excellent. Right into the same leg being forward. So left leg forward, right leg steps back into a lunge, kick back, lunge, step together. One more time on the preview. And let's get right into it. Lunge back, leg raise, lunge back, step up. Weight into the heel of the left foot. Use your right glute to draw your heel up, navel to spine. Engage your core. Left knee behind left toes as you lunge back. Your shoulders can be stacked over your hips, or there can be a slight lean forward when you do the lunge back. And then your chest comes parallel to the ground and your heel goes towards the sky for the leg lift. Total of 10 here as well. Got about 2 more. Step back, lift up, step back, step together. And then straight into, last one. And then now is straight into leg lifts. So using your left leg, send your left leg back in a tabletop, lift your heel towards the sky and lower it down. Very simple. And repeat. Lift and lower for a total of 10. Engage your core. Press the ground away with your palms. Long neck. So you're not looking forward or back towards your legs. And after 10, hold at the top and pulse for 10. Rotate your left hip down to meet level with your right and kick back. Draw your left knee in and then kick your heel back. Focus on the muscle you are using. And after this, we're going right to the other side, starting with the curtsy lunge pulse leg lifts. Come to stand. Right into it. Right leg stays forward this time. Step back with a curtsy lunge with your left. Side leg raise. Step back on an angle. Lift your leg out to the side. A slight lean forward of your torso when you do your curtsy lunge to elongate the stretch of the glute. Press into the heel to come back up. Use your outer left glute to lift your left leg into the sky. Do your best to keep your hips as level as possible. I keep my hands on my hips to try to focus on this. Last one. All right. This time, right leg stays forward. Left leg lunges back. Lifts to the air. Ooh, if you fall over as I just did, go ahead and get right back into it. Lunge back, kick up, lunge back, and step together. I like to do this thing with my arms. When I lunge back, my hands come to this prayer position at my heart. When I come into this warrior 3 position with this kick back, my hands go back towards the wall behind me, palms face down, and I repeat that. Weight into your front heel. Focus on the muscles being used. Mind-body connection. Shoulders away from the ears. Engage your core. Use your left glute to lift your left heel towards the ceiling and find tabletop. This time, the right leg lengthens back behind you. Wrists under shoulders, leg lifts. And pulse. Kickbacks. And come to rest. 2 more times. This blank screen is your little rest period. Grab some water and we'll meet standing once again for the curtsy lunge pulse side leg lifts. Here we go. Side leg lift and curtsy pulse, side leg lift. As you go into your curtsy lunge, both hip bones are facing forward. Your front knee is behind your front toes. You're using your outer glute to lift your leg into the sky with a slight lean forward of your torso to engage the glute muscles even more. All right, lunge back, left leg forward, right leg steps back, lifts high, steps back, steps together. Draw your navel to your spine, draw your shoulder blades flat on your back, hands to hips or hands to prayer. Whatever helps you keep your balance. Gaze at something that's not moving. That will help do that as well. Almost there. Final time. Just getting one more. And come to a tabletop position. Left leg straight long behind you and lift towards the ceiling. Your head is an extension of your spine, so you're not looking too far ahead. You're not looking back towards your legs. You're looking straight down, if not just a few inches in front of your hands. And pulse at the top. Use your glute to do so. Lower your left hip. And kickbacks. Draw your left knee in towards table. Kick your heel back towards the wall behind you. Engage your core to protect your low back. And side B. Come to stand. And begin. Curtsy. Side leg lift. Left leg steps back. And kicks out. Pulses at the bottom. Lifts at the top. Lower, pulse, lift, raise, lower, pulse, come to stand, side leg raise, and repeat, and repeat. Final time. I always count wrong. Last one now. And lunge back. Kick up. Lunge back. Step together. Do with your hands what helps you keep balance during that kickback. Truly focus on the muscles you are engaging here so that you create that mind-body connection. So you're not just flailing about. Focus on the thigh, the right thigh, as you step back with your left leg. Focus on the left glute as you lift your left heel into the sky. And focus on your right glute as you step back into a standing position. Draw your navel to your spine, draw your shoulders flat on your back. All right, tabletop. Right leg extends long behind you. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Embrace your core. Engage your glute. Press your palms into the ground. Lift your heel up towards the sky and pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kickbacks. 10. 7, 5, 3, and release. One final time. Starting at the top in about 10 seconds. Come to your feet, grab a small sip of water if need be, and let's start with those curtsy, pulse lunges, and side leg raise. As you curtsy lunge back, your hips are facing forward. Slight lean in your torso to lengthen the stretch of the glute, aka causing the glute to work more to come to stand. And then again, use the strength of your outer right glute to lift your right leg into the air. Pulse down, leg lift. Embrace your core, shoulders away from your ears. Final one. All right. Step back lunge, kick high into the sky, lunge, and stand. Left knee behind left toes. Engage your right glute to draw your heel higher. Gaze at something that's not moving. Keep your neck long. Hands are placed wherever helps you balance. Almost there. Final one. I always miscount. Just kidding. One more. Here we go. Come to stand and then find tabletop. Left leg extends long behind you. Lift your heel towards the sky. Leg back down. Engage your glute. Lower your left hip to be level with your right hip. Press the ground away with your palms. And pulse at the top. Draw your navel to your spine, strong core, and kick back here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Press your heel towards the wall behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, final one. All right, all of that on the other side, and then we are done with these 3 moves, and we move on to the next and final 3. Curtsy and lunge pulse with a side leg raise. Hips face forward, right knee stays behind your right toes. Gaze ahead and down slightly. Use the strength of your left obliques and left glute to lift your left leg into the air. Pulse at the bottom, side leg raise, almost there. And begin your lunges. Lunge back, leg lift, lunge back, and stand. Press into all 4 corners of your right foot. Keep a slight bend in your right knee when you do your leg lift with your left leg. As you lunge back, shoulders either stack over your hips or there's a very, very slight lean forward. When you lift your left leg, your core is embraced, your shoulder blades are drawing in toward one another. And tabletop, leg lift. Three, 2, 1, and pulse at the top. Kickbacks. And then on to the next side, or next 3 moves, I mean. Final 3, 2, 1, and rest. Your next move will be shown on the screen in a little preview. It is a squat and a kick. So feet hip width distance apart, gaze down and straight, about a foot in front of your mat so that your neck stays long. There's no crunch or crease in the back of your neck. And then stand and kick with one leg, 10 on each side. Here we go. Squat down, come to stand, kick your leg, squat down, same leg, kicks out. As you squat down, weight into your heels, navel draws to spine, shoulder blades on the back. As you kick, flex your kicking foot. Heel lengthens long to stretch the back of your leg. Squeeze the standing legs glute. 10 on this side. And switch sides. Squat down, kick opposite leg here. Strong standing leg. Shoulders stack over hips when you are kicking. You're not leaning backwards. Feet hip width distance, or maybe a little wider, whatever's more comfortable for your body. Knees behind your toes. And almost done. Final 1. As we move on to side B. All right, your next move here is a squat walk. So you'll come to one edge of your mat or your space, squat down, and walk to the side. Here's the preview. I like to put my hands at my waist. You can bring your hands to prayer if that helps, and let's begin. Walk to one side, do not stand, and then walk back. Weight into the heels, knees behind your toes. Sit low in your seat, lower than you think you can. Again, keep your neck long. If you are staring straight ahead, you are going to bend at the back of the neck. It's going to put a lot of pressure on the back, so slight tuck of the chin in towards the chest. Walk from side to side, Press off through the foot. Land with the opposite foot. Sit low, get lower. Almost there. You've got this. Feel the burn. By not standing, you are increasing the burn, the lactic acid buildup in the muscles. Last one. Perfect. Now come into a bridge position for a little bit of a bridge series here. So arms along your sides, your longest finger should brush your heel, and your feet are about hip width distance apart. Here is the preview, but I think you know how to do a bridge. Tuck your pelvis under so your low back is flat on the mat. Lift your hips up towards the sky, and then lower back down. When you lower down, focus on bringing your low back to the mat rather than your glutes to the mat, so you keep that tuck of your pelvis. Press into all four corners of your feet, lift your hips towards the sky, embrace your core, and repeat, repeat, repeat. For 10 at least. And then, of course, I think you can guess, we're going to hold at the top and pulse. Hold at the top. Oh, not pulse yet, just hold. Hold in that static position, that isometric position, and then pulse for 10, 9, 8, tuck your pelvis, 6, 5, 4, lift your hips higher, 2, and 1, lower your hips back down, single leg, kick one leg into the sky, press through the heel, especially of the foot on the ground still. Engage the glute of the leg that's on the ground, and you could always create a figure 4 if sending the opposite leg into the air is a little uncomfortable. By bringing your outer right ankle to the bottom of your left thigh and doing the same thing. Go ahead and switch sides. Just kidding. Bring your foot down and do some hip dips, creating the letter U with your hips. Engage one glute and then the other and then the other and then the other. And lower down, and now switch sides. Left leg goes up into the air. Press into all four corners of your right foot. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Embrace your abs. Draw your core in. Lower and lift. Press it up and release. Frog position, bottoms of your feet together. Press into the outside edges of your feet. Lift your hips for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. All right, a little rest here. We've got that 2 more times. About a 10-second rest, and then we'll meet at the top of the mat or the top of your space once again. And begin. Start with your squat and kick. Squat down, kick your right leg out, squat down, and kick. As you come to stand, your left glute is engaging, stacking your hip over your ankle, keeping your shoulders stacked over your hips and the crown of your head reaching toward the ceiling, keeping a long spine. Your kicking leg is flexed, or your kicking foot is flexed. Heel is reaching long as you kick. And switch sides. Squat down, weight into your heels, send your glutes to the floor, and kick. You're already on round 2 of the second 3 moves. It's going to go by so quickly, and then you are done. Squat down and kick. Final 1. Wonderful. Come to one side of your space, squat down, sit low, adjust your leggings. I always have to after squats. Sit and walk to the side, working the outer leg muscles, those outer glute muscles. The foot that isn't stepping out is pushing off to reconnect. Your navel's drawn in toward your spine. Your weight is into your heels. You're sitting lower than you think you can. Soft expression on your face. Relax your jaw. One side to the other and back. Sit low. Smile. Signal to your body that you love this. You love the burn. You love the growth. You love your glutes, your thighs, your legs. Hopefully those quads are burning. Final round to one side, and then of course back to the other. And you are done. Yet again, find that bridge positioning. Feet hip-width distance apart. Longest finger brushes your heels. I think the most challenging part about glute bridges, go ahead and begin, is if you have your hair in a bun or you have a clip, you have to move it all around so that it's... you get it. Anyways, lift your hips to the sky, squeeze your glutes, lower your tailbone back down, press into all four corners of your feet, but keep the weight out of your toes. Knees hip-width distance, abs engaged. Hold at the top for 10. Pulse for 10. Down a few inches and back up. Lift your hips higher than you think you can. Press into all four corners of your feet. Continue to breathe. Lower your hips down. Send your right leg towards the sky. Press into your left foot. Lower down. Again, focus on bringing your low back to the mat rather than your glutes to keep the tuck of your tailbone. All right, from here, hip dips. Lift into a bridge and then create a U with your hips. Send your left hip bone to the sky and then your right. Go higher. Press into your feet and switch sides. Left leg goes into the sky or into a figure 4, crossing over your right leg. Lower and lift. Navel draws in. Continue to breathe and frog bridges. Lower, lift, lower, lift, and repeat. Only one more time. Only one more time. Here we go. You got about a 10-second break, and then you will meet at the top of your space for your squat kick. Here we go. In 3, 2, and long 2, 1. Squat down, right leg kicks out. Focus on the muscles you are using. Engage them. Create the mind-body connection here. Only 10. Switch sides for 10. 9. 8. Final 3. Final 2. Final 1. And you're done with those. Man, I always miscount. Okay, apparently you had more than that. And I don't even know what number I'm on. Okay, now we're done. Anyways, go to one side of your space. Squat down. Side walk. Sink low in your seat. Walk from side to side. Sink even lower. Press your palms in toward one another or bring your palms or your hands to your hips. Lengthen the back of your neck. Always, as always, engage your core. Side step, side step. And you're done. Final series here. Bridge position. Readjust, do what you need, and then begin to lift your hips and lower, and lift and lower. Slow and in control. Core is engaged. Feet are pressing, stamping into the surface below you. No weight in the toes. Pelvis tucked. Glutes on fire. Hold at the top. And pulse for 10. 7. 4. 1. Lower down, right leg lifts, single leg glute bridge. Find your bridge position, hip dips, find a bridge, and then swing from side to side. Left leg lifts, single leg bridge. Lift and lower, engage your glutes. And frog lifts, frog bridges to close it out. Best ones yet. Lift completely, press into the outsides of your feet, knees wide. And you're done. Take a moment, regather your breath, give yourself a round of applause, and have a wonderful day.